Alrighty. Back at the range with the Desert Eagle. Running some Freedom Munitions. Let me show the box here. Freedom Munitions 240 grain round nose flat points. And I've shot about 15 rounds through it. 16 rounds through it. And they seem to, the recoil is not that bad, but they seem to bounce all over the place a little bit. Might be me. But at the same time, the barrel for this is completely clean because I cleaned it real good last time. So we shall see how it performs. I'm trying to go for a decent group. But the recoil on these is not that bad. Okay. Did a little bit better that time. My dad's shooting his Smith & Wesson 629 next to me. So he got 244s going off. Gonna put 4. Gonna aim at a different target this time. Let's see what I do. We'll have to see. At the end of the day, I'm having fun and getting trigger practice, and that's what matters a lot more. Groups matter too. I'm not saying that they don't, but from everything I'm seeing, the grouping on these is decent minute of man from just right here. Of course, I have to go get the target and, you know, look at it some more up close. Oh no! And do some measuring. But they seem like if you were to aim at a human torso and pull the trigger, you're hitting within center mass of a hostile belligerent. Need to get my eyes checked. Although they haven't really woken, got woken up, they're still blurry. I'll run 5 more and then let it cool. And in my excitement to go to the range, I forgot to grab my other Deagle magazines. So it is what it is. So at least I had the one in the gun, otherwise I'd be shingle shooting these. Okay. Aiming at same target, 15 yards. Hell yeah. I love this thing. This thing is badass, and the recoil in 44, it's not even comparable. I mentioned this in the comment, but I will go ahead and say on camera that I will indeed be getting the other barrels for this. I'm going to try and get all the barrels that Magnum Research offers for a Desert Eagle. Everything, I mean, I've got 44 right now, but I'm going to try and get 50 AE, 429, and 357. So that will be an ongoing project. But I will, as time goes, get the different barrels for this and, you know, test it out in all of its calibers. So I'm going to let it cool and take a break. All right, folks. It's time to finish up the video here. It's been about 2 hours since I came home from the range and I measured out my groups. My overall purpose of what I was doing today was, 1, get more trigger time, and 2, attempt some good groups with the new ammo I bought. This is Freedom Munitions. 44 Magnum, 240 grain, round nose, flat points. And I bought over 150 of these for like $117. And that's one of the things I'm doing as well, on top of getting trigger time and finding ammo that groups somewhat decently. I'm trying to find a bulk ammo type that I can bulk buy for the Deagle. That way I can have a lot of it on hand and it doesn't really, you know, hurt my wallet too bad. That way I can, and this one right here, this cartridge by Freedom Munitions, looks to be a good contender. And it did group pretty good on the groups that I did make when I was taking my time. There's a lot of shots that I put on targets. I fired at these targets here, 1, 2, 3, 4, and there's also a lot of pulling that I did, but that's, you know, it's a handgun, it's not a rifle, and you're going to end up pulling a few shots, you know, that's just the nature of the beast. But in the times when I was aiming and doing as good as I could, I was able to map out 3 groups that I did really well at the same ammunition out of the Desert Eagle. This was group 1, and it was 1.50 MOA, holding here. And I noticed too, these hit low. These shells hit low. I fired off a few here, and yeah, and you got a few right here where they're kind of like, you know, grouped up real well, but I'm not really sure if those are from me pulling, and some of these I imagine are from like different shots, because I would notice a few times that I would jerk the pistol, because with this handgun, with the weight that it has, and when you start shooting it quite a bit and you get in a rhythm, you can tell when you pull the front sight, because I've got to where I can see it move when I pull it to the left. So, and I try to not do that, but sometimes I can't help it. But when I do take my time, like I see, that's a 5-shot group, and I got 1.50 MOA. This was my second target, because I had been shooting up here and I fouled the barrel a little bit. So 1.50, moved here, holding here with the front sight. I actually kind of think I moved the front sight up, because I was like seeing these hit low, and then they hit low again. But I got 2.50 MOA with this group, 5-shot group, and then I moved up here and got a 2.40 MOA. And then I noticed they started hitting high as well when I hit here. So a work in progress. I am getting better because compared to that first target I shot, where my groups weren't as uniform. But as you can see, I am getting better at getting them to hit in contingents. I still pull quite a bit, but like I said, it's a handgun, and unless you were like in a rest or had a way to stabilize the pistol completely, you're not going to really you're going to pull shots, and even the pulled shots were consistent, which is crazy. But all in all, this thing is impressing me, and I'm enjoying shooting it. And I do believe I found a good cartridge to bulk buy just to plink. That group's pretty decent, and all I can do now from here on is just keep shooting and improving and learn. And that's what I'm planning on doing. And that is what I plan to do going forward. But now I've found a bullet to work with, and that I can buy a lot of and not go broke. Because 150 rounds for what I paid for, I mean, yeah, it's still pretty expensive, but hell, it's 44 Magnum, and it's going to be expensive no matter what you do. But as long as you can, in my case, as long as I can find something I can bulk buy, I can work with it. So there'll be more Desert Eagle videos coming, and it's not the only gun I'm going to be working with. I'm doing a lot of videos on it because I've wanted I've wanted this for a long time, so I'm going to be doing a lot of videos on it as I go forward. But I've got other guns in the works that I'm going to be working with, and you know, I'm going to be working with the other ones as well. I'm just going to, you know, get them out when I'm able to. So I'll catch you guys all in the next video, which will be uploaded. There'll be another video uploaded here soon, and I think you guys will really like what's coming next. So stay tuned, guys. There's more coming. Peace.